What's going on, Booyah Nation? What's going on, family? Welcome back to another one of my videos, and this is a transfer flop video. I want to give you my top 3 guys I think will fail this season. Now, listen, this is just an opinion. I don't want to see any player flop, right? I wish every player could be successful, but sometimes you get flops, and this is just straight up opinions. I hope these guys are great for their club. So if I say a guy that moved to your club, don't get all offended and shit. All right, I'm just giving an opinion. Now, with that being said, if you want Ultimate Team coins, make sure to check out the description down below, FootCoinKing.com, and use the code AA9Skills. Now, let's jump into my first transfer flop guy, and it's the man that moves to Chelsea, goes by the name of Diego Costa. Now, I am not the only mother sucker in the world that feels this way. Look at this. Bang! All these people on Twitter, I tweeted out, like, who do you think will be the biggest flops this season? And this guy's name came up like a trillion times. Well, not a trillion, because I ain't got a trillion followers, because if I did, then I'd be the most followed guy. But you know what I'm saying? He came up so many freaking times, I was surprised. And I actually do think Diego Costa will flop. And I want to give you why I think he'll flop. I think he'll flop because if you look at what he did for the teams before Atletico Madrid, he didn't do that fantastic. And a lot of people are like, oh yeah, but he did so good at Atletico Madrid. But let's be honest, Atletico Madrid had playmakers around him. Atletico Madrid had really, really good players around him, and they kind of rotated the game around him. I don't think Chelsea will rotate the game around him. They have Hazard, they got players like Oscar, they got great players, and I think Diego Costa has to make himself fit into that team, and I think he'll be kind of like Fernando Torres and just not be able to find a way to fit into the team. That's just an opinion, Chelsea fans. I hope he scores 150 goals for you guys this season. Don't worry, don't slay me. It's okay, baby. I'm on your side. I just think he'll be a flop. Up next is the next guy that came up so many times, James Rodriguez, or James Rodriguez. I think that's how the Spanish say, right? James Rodriguez. He, I think, will be a flop. And I want to tell you why. First of all, let me show you that people agreed with me, because James and Diego Costa came up the most. I thought I would see other people's names. It was just these two guys that came up the most. Let me tell you why I think James will flop. I watched him play for many years at Porto, and I think he is a fantastic young player. I think he's a great player with a lot of talent, okay? A lot of talent. But when you hit a young man like this with a price tag of what they pay, like 80 million, it was something over 60 million, right? So when you paying that much money, I just don't think he can live up to that price tag. He's going to have Ronaldo and Bale doing so much. How is he going to be able to shine? I mean, look, Di Maria shines with Ronaldo and Bale, but I think, man, I'm going to go on a limb and say this, but I think Di Maria is one of the best out there, okay? Now, James, I think he's a fantastic young player, but I think the price tag they put on him, I don't think he can live up to it. I think he's a good player, and I think he'll be good for them, but I don't think he'll live up to what they paid for him, so I think he'll kind of be a flop. Now, on the last one, this is, I don't really know if I could call this a flop or Marco Vick from Benfica. Now, no one said this on Twitter. I'm saying this as just a straight-up opinion. I think Marco Vick was a stud for Benfica, an absolute great player. But this is the problem. I don't see, they paid 25 million for him. I don't see Liverpool giving him enough playing time to adapt to the BPL, which would kind of then make him a flop. Okay, because he's that type of player that there's going to be games where he's not around. He's a great player, but his consistency wasn't the best for Benfica. So there's going to be games that you don't really see him. And unless Liverpool gives him loads of games to see if he actually is going to perform, then if they don't do that with him, if they throw him in there like 3 or 4 times and just he doesn't perform those games, that's it for him. He might not live up to what people thought he was going to be. I think he's a fantastic player, but you're paying 25 million. He wasn't that consistent at Benfica, so he could possibly be a flop. That's my top 3, and the transfer window ain't done, so I might do another one of these again. Yo, if you guys enjoyed this, please smash that thumbs up, baby. Go ham on that thumbs up. And do you guys want to see my top 3 great signings of the season or the transfer window? Let me know in the comments down below, and if you smash the thumbs up, then I'll know to do that video. Thank you guys so much for watching once again. Y'all the best people on YouTube. I'm out of here. Yo, right now, if you want to check out my second channel, just click that box right there, and then you check out my last video by clicking that box right there. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and see ya.